finally reached the playoffs. Going to try to keep this first part short. We're really going to go over games that mattered and the Browns and Steelers just because, for personal reasons we have to.
That shit mattered.
Here we go.
Toilet bowl.
Since the Chiefs beat the shit out of the Raiders, they now have the first seed in the AFC and get to take the weekend off. I was watching this while in and out of a nap, and like every time I would come out of it, the Chiefs would be scoring. So it was just Go ahead.
Patrick Mahomes still never going to play a road playoff game.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you win all year.
It's crazy.
Could have a neutral site game.
You see, it's going to be in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
If it comes down to Kansas City, Buffalo.
Yeah, I thought there were rumors of Pittsburgh, but
why take two cold weather outdoor teams and stick them in a fucking dome? It doesn't make any sense.
I know.
What the fuck do I know?
Yeah, but other than that, game didn't matter too much.
Derek Carr gave like a goodbye statement on Twitter yesterday.
Where do you think he ends up?
Colts, maybe.
Cole.
Tennessee.
Surely he won't take a backup job somewhere.
No.
I like that.
Yeah, I think Tennessee's more likely for him, especially since Indianapolis got a pretty high draft spot. They're probably going to take C.J. Stroud.
Panthers, maybe?
Stroud still hasn't declared. He only has a couple of days left to declare.
Panthers are kind of a middle-of-the-pack team that probably won't be able to get a top quarterback that need a guy. Unless they like Sam Darnold. But
the Dolphins.
I think Tua's their guy.
I think Tua needs to fucking retire. God.
All right. Well, this was a big one. And the wagon continues, and we're jagging off straight into wild card weekend.
Fuck the Jaguars and fuck that fairy Trevor Lawrence. Put $100 fucking bet on that game, and the Jaguars did not deserve that game. That was such bullshit. Trevor Lawrence did everything he could to lose. Fucking Titans just could not score.
Yeah, that's kind of been the Titans' problem the last handful of weeks, but they literally
Jags defense though.
I think the Titans lost like 7 straight to close the year out, and if they won any of them, they would have made the playoffs. Which is just like the Jags really got lucky that everybody else kind of fell apart, and they've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight games to end the year. So they were 7-3 at one point. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Tough scene. Oh,
fuck off. Oh man, how fucking turns have tabled.
I mean, silver lining.
More things change.
I never have to
stay the same.
I never have to watch Joe Woods call another game again.
That ain't gonna fucking matter.
It literally cannot get worse. I mean, we're playing fluff coverage 5 yards off in the red zone. It makes no fucking sense.
It ain't gonna matter. I did have a question prepared that I want some takes on.
Okay.
All things considered, contracts, on the field performance, off the field performance. Right now, would you rather have Kenny Pickett or Deshaun Watson on your team as your franchise quarterback?
Deshaun Watson.
That's stupid.
Kenny Pickett.
That's Kenny Pickett by
Pickett.
But let's go, Stevens.
Yeah, there we go.
Independent motherfucker I got. Let's go. That's right.
Okay, so no.
Yeah.
Listen. If
I
you
mean,
put
maybe if Deshaun
put-
hadn't
if
taken
you
the last
put
2 seasons
Deshaun-
off.
if you put Deshaun in Kenny's position with Mike Tomlin for as many games as Kenny got, do you think that you're not 9-8 right now? Realistically,
But Deshaun Watson has a better position.
does he?
Yeah. He's got the best 1-2 punch running back in the league, one of the best offensive lines in the league.
Kareem Hunt was terrible this year. And we stopped using Nick Chubb for whatever reason. The last 3 weeks, we haven't ran him over 15 times. It makes no fucking sense.
Well,
But
that's just down the coaching. It's not you don't have the talent.
well, you know what the quarterback has to deal with, DeBoer?
Kyrie.
Coaching.
Okay, well, fix it.
The guy fucking calls the plays. Like, what do you mean it's coaching?
Oh man, Watson, he's washed, man. He single-handedly lost you guys that game.
Yeah, I mean, he did. This was a really bad game for him. The 2 interceptions were miserable. So I'm not sitting here saying he was great in that game or he's been great at any point for us. But
And I know it's
saying
like,
Kenny Pickett, you take him over it. Deshaun is dumbfounding. Like he is.
I don't
Has
know
he broke 200 yards in his career yet? Once?
maybe I don't know. Does it matter?
Yes.
He is a rookie.
Well,
Wins
he's your
games.
franchise quarterback going forward.
And he
And
delivers when you need him to.
Your
That's all
defense
I'm
won
telling
you every single one of the games that he won.
Whatever
Tim's a
you
little
think,
salty.
man. Kenny's got it. 2.
But I don't care.
Can't-
Joe Woods is gone. I'm
You
happy.
can't call last week's drive a game-winning drive, but a game-sealing drive. 3 weeks in a row. Must.
I said he's been playing better, and he's comes up in the clutch. I'm not here shitting on Kenny right now. I'm just saying, I think that's an overreaction. And you guys literally only beat bad teams. That's the other thing.
We beat the Bucks.
Bad team. We beat the Bucks too. With Jacoby Brissett.
Okay, we beat the Saints, and the Saints beat you.
Okay, and we beat you. Like what?
You didn't beat Kenny.
Hey,
Doesn't matter.
Didn't beat Kenny. I can
Ho's
beat
mad.
Mr. Trubisky.
And we're
Ho's
both
mad.
and we're both sitting on the couch enjoying the playoffs together.
No, if Kenny would have played all season, we wouldn't be.
I don't know. I'd be a little more concerned about TJ having a little boob injury and missing half the year, but
It's
Hey, how about you
crazy.
get clown
tore a
the
titty.
clown off your fucking payroll?
that's good. It's good. I mean, he was mad that we were game planning towards the best fucking one of the top 5 defensive players in the league, and he's mad about it. I think he played like shit all year and was trying to make an excuse so he could try to get another big contract, but it's not going to happen.
I don't know. You'll bring Stefanski back. He's trash. Browns is the Browns.
It's Browns.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're stuck with Stefanski ball. I think they're at least going to give him a full year with Deshaun before they can him. But Steelers did still miss the playoffs, so none of it mattered.
Finished 7-2. It matters.
This one was kind of back and forth because they kept the score up on the screen since the Steelers needed the Bills to win and they needed the Jets to win, so they kept like checking in, and it was a pretty close game up until like the fourth quarter when Buffalo really separated from them. But I don't know.
Bills defense is starting to worry me a little bit from a Super Bowl bet.
Yeah.
They're really beat up.
Yeah. Patriots, I'm so happy the Patriots didn't make the playoffs. So like they're such a fucking boring and annoying team to watch.
They'll have to score every bit of 40 points to beat Kansas City. I know that.
Yeah. Which I mean, every one of those games turns into a shootout where defense kind of just goes out the window.
I haven't seen Kyrie Irving knock down a fucking shot since I turned this game on.
All right. Bengals beat the
Hey,
Ravens. Sealed up the AFC North. Third
This
seed in the
week?
AFC, and they're playing again this week. I think Huntley's going to play. I know it was announced that Lamar is not going to, but Huntley was still questionable. He didn't play last week, did he? It was their third string, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I forget
Yep.
his name.
Peterson.
Yeah, so that's another thing to look forward to. Dolphins, Jets. This was a 2-1 for
Flacco really let me down, man.
it was one of the
I'd
all-time
say the
bad
refs
beats.
let you down.
Yeah, that
Oh.
fucking call at the end.
Horse collar tackle. Fistful
really-
of jersey. Come on.
I really thought January Joe was going to put up more than 6 fucking points.
Did you get that nickname from Pardon My Take?
I don't know where. I seen it on Twitter somewhere. I forget where. But dude was always electric at the end of seasons. Always played well. But
Yeah, I
this
mean,
wasn't meant to be.
dude, this was a historically bad beat too, because the spread was 4 and they were only up a field goal. And then when the Jets were trying to do like the pitch around play at the end, they ended up getting a safety and fucking covering at the end. So I know a couple of people that had that in like a 7-legger that were just fucking losing their minds. But even with the Dolphins making it, Tua not playing, they're probably still gonna get blown out.
Especially against the Bills.
Yeah, so
Look
Won't
at
be able to generate any offense.
that kind of sucks. But I mean, if it means Tua doesn't die, it's a good thing. So
Can Kyrie Irving get me 5 points in 5 minutes?
and then
who's
this
number
one
7?
too.
Was that their quarterback? Last slide. Number 7 is that Thompson. What the hell's number 7?
That's their kicker.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
look at his little button cock sticking out of his pants.
I mean, it was big enough to hit the field goal to put him into the playoffs. So that's all that
Such
matters.
fucking bullshit.
Oh, dude, you got to wear a cup if it looks like that.
I really thought he was going to miss it too.
How the fuck did they score 11 points?
Because it was 3 field goals and a safety.
Jesus.
Kyrie, take him. Fade away, hit that. You fucking piece of shit.
Baker did not bake here.
No, Baker did not bake, and he threw a pick on the game-winning drive, which gave me PTSD from all the times I've fucking seen that happen. But glad it's not just the Browns that it happens to.
Start having flashbacks. Gonna go outside and start screaming at the clouds.
I can't believe this game went to overtime, though. I thought the Seahawks would come out and just, I mean, they're at home playing for a playoff spot, and they really just fucking scraped it out at the end. But since they won, and who did they need to lose to get in? Green Bay.
Yeah, Packers.
Since the Lions ended up beating the Packers, they snuck in. And they play in San Francisco, so probably not going to go too well for them. This game was electric, though.
On Kyrie, there we go.
I accidentally bet on it twice because I had a $20 free bet, and I was like, fuck it, I'll put it on the Lions money line. And then I was hunting, like midday, I was hunting a late night pick. And I just started to really like the Lions for whatever reason and put a 50 burger on them and luckily won both those bets. But yeah, it's really sad though, because I would much rather see the Lions in the playoffs than the fucking Seahawks, but
Thank God the Cowboys did lose me that parlay because I wouldn't have been able to mentally or physically take it. The Packers were my last leg.
Yeah. So this ended up coming down to the Seahawks and Lions played like mid-season, and it was like a 45-48 shootout where the Seahawks won. That ended up being the deciding factor. The Lions look good going into next year. I don't know if you guys saw uh, Williams' interview after the game, but he seems pretty fucking electric. He went from like crying to giving a hype speech on Detroit. I mean, it was awesome.
But yeah, I never thought the Packers would lose that game, but Aaron Rodgers might hang it up.
Yeah. Or
Go to the
does he go
Titans.
somewhere else?
And I was like, I didn't check that parlay all day. It was 16 leg parlay. And I finally look at it like at the beginning of the Cowboys game, and every single leg is hit. All I have left is the Packers and the Cowboys. So I wouldn't have been able to take it if the Cowboys would have won and the Packers did that to me.
I might do what is it, a 6-game parlay and just take all my favorites money line or everybody who I picked spread wise money line and just sprinkle it. Why not?
I like me a good money line parlay every week. Never hit them, but I like them.
Hey, I hit one the first week with the free bet. I
Somebody
cashed out like
always.
240.
I parlayed all the favorites this past week, and yeah, of course, fucking Dallas sells, but somebody always does. There's always going to be one.
All right, so now we are going to go through every game coming up this weekend one by one. We have a contest going on with us and a couple of our buddies for who has the best against the spread record throughout the whole playoffs. So we'll be rolling out the standings on those as the weeks go by, but we're going to pick these all right now. First one is Saturday at 4:30. Seahawks are traveling to San Francisco to play the Niners. Niners are 9.5-point favorites, and they won the season series 2-0.
I am actually on the Seahawks plus 9.5. Jackie Dogs is in full effect these playoffs.
I got
would
the
it take-
Niners here. I have no reason not to take the Niners here.
Hard to beat a team.
Niners.
Hard to
Niners.
beat a team 3 times. I think that 49ers will win, but I see the Seahawks and old Geno not going out without a fight.
Just for anybody's reference, Niners were 11-6 against the spread this year. Seahawks were 7-10. So
Go Hawks.
I like the Niners here.
I like George Kittle plus 50 yards for 49.5, whatever it's on.
Purdy loves Kittle.
That and Seattle's got like the worst tight end defense. Last time they played, I think Kittle had 86 yards.
Kyrie get that last part.
DeBoer, you got an anytime touchdown bet?
CMC for
Kittle.
sure. Kittle. Maybe Walker, depending on the odds. Someone's gonna have to score. Just some reference data. Seattle, for the 2 games that Seattle 49ers played.
Damn it, Kyrie.
First game, the 49ers won 27-7, covered a spread of 8.5. Second game, 49ers won 21-13, covered a spread of 3. So that was when the Seahawks were kind of hot, and Vegas was giving them the money. So I'm taking 49ers on this one, though. I don't. After the Seahawks played so close with the Rams, I can't take the Seahawks at that, even though the spread's pretty big.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
All right.
That's right. Go Birds.
Second game, 8:15er. Chargers playing the Jags, even though the Jags had a worse record since they won the division. They get the home game here, but the Chargers are still favorites on the road. They did play early in the year, and the Jags beat the shit out of them, 38-10. I got the Jags here again.
Chargers were missing half of their playmakers in that game, though.
I still like the Jags plus 2.5 here.
I am on the Chargers here.
Chargers are 11-5-1 against the spread for the season.
Fuck Trevor Lawrence straight to hell.
Are you mad because he has better hair than you? It's okay.
I'm mad because he's a fucking piece of shit that can't cover 6.5 against whoever the fuck was playing for Tennessee.
Josh Dobbs.
Yeah.
I really like jagging off, but I'm taking the Chargers.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Jag off.
Dougie P's magic's gonna have to end sometime.
I gotta ride with the wagon. I have to.
He doesn't have Big Dick Nick to jag off this time.
I think the Jags will do much better next season, record wise. Have another year under their belt with some of their younger talent. But as long as the Chargers didn't get too banged up from playing their fucking starters last week, yeah. I think they're gonna.
Stupid.
I hope if Mike Williams is back, this spread might shift maybe to 3.
We've been waiting to see
another thing that
Justin Herbert in the playoffs.
Another thing that I considered when picking this one is I looked and the Chargers have not really blown anybody out. Like they're in a fucking wire to wire game almost every week. So I'm not saying Jags money line, but maybe it comes down to a last second field goal and they win by 1 or 2. The Chargers, I'm saying. So I like the Jags.
Chargers have covered 3 straight. Just for some data.
Bolt up.
All right. Early Sunday game. Dolphins Bills, no Tua. 13.5. Teams went 1-1, but obviously those are very different situations. I don't know how you don't take Buffalo here. I
am on the Dolphins here.
Yeah, Jackson is the special needs kid of our little competition here. He's the only one on the Dolphins.
13.5 points is too many points for the NFL playoffs. I'll never take that.
It just feels like Buffalo's the team of destiny and got a lot of momentum behind them, and they're not going to fucking let the foot off the gas in the playoffs. I think they win this by 3 touchdowns.
Shoot a 3, Kyrie. We need 1 point, my guy.
One thing that did make me worried about taking this is Buffalo's been favored by double-digit points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times this season, and they've only covered twice.
One of those was against the Steelers.
Yes, thank you, Tim.
Yes, it was.
But they have covered 2 straight against Chicago, New England of spreads of 8.
Kyrie, please, one time, my guy.
I'd even consider taking a bigger alternate spread for Buffalo to cover if DeMar Hamlin shows up at that game.
Yeah,
walks out with the team or even sitting in the owner box. If he's in that stadium, that shit's gonna be electric.
Save it for the Super Bowl. Bring him back then.
If it's too late.
Team of destiny.
They need the magic.
13.5.
All right. We got the Giants playing the Vikings at 4:30 on Sunday. Vikings are at home. They're also 3-point favorites. They played a couple weeks back, and the Vikings won by exactly 3 points. Interesting stat. The Giants are the number 1 team in the NFL against the spread at 13-4. Vikings are 7-9-1. I like a Kirk Cousins debacle here. I'm taking the Giants, and I think I'm going to be sprinkling Giants money line.
Give me the Vikings. Give me the points.
Giants.
I think for
I'm on the Vikings on this one.
I think for
too much split action. I like it.
Too much money's on the Giants to cover.
Exactly.
Too much money.
At least a week, Kirk Cousins is going to shut people up. He's going to have his choke, but I don't think it'll come first round.
Second round, probably.
No, I think I think the Vikings have a really good showing this week. Get people thinking that they're good, and then shit the bed next week. Knock that down, Kyrie. You just shoot a fucking layup. God damn it.
I want the Giants here. I want the Giants to go back into Philly and get beat for a third time this season.
I like it though. I'm kind of looking forward to that one. Not looking forward to this being the nightcap on Sunday though, dude. Especially with no Lamar.
Cincinnati
Kyrie,
cover.
Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. No, get it back. Get it back. Get it back. Get it back.
This morning the spread was
Quality content right here.
We need 1 point for the cover.
Spread was at minus
Just
8 this
layup.
morning. I took it and then gave extra points to Cincy to take it to minus 9.5 for plus money. And now the actual line's like is 10. So I'm very happy with that bet.
Yeah, that's why if you hop on these early, like when we were doing Tuesday podcasts all week, there was some money to be made if you listen. But very few people put fucking wagers in on Tuesday because you just don't know how the rest of the week's gonna go.
I did.
Zach Taylor
inside.
picks apart the Ravens plan with their poverty QB room without Lamar, and the Bengals just walk away and slaughter.
Yeah, the Ravens just can't score without Lamar, and
they don't have a consistent run game either.
I hate taking double-digit spreads, but I mean, I already took Buffalo, took the Niners at 9.5. I think good teams should win convincingly, especially in round one of the playoffs. And I don't think Joe Burrow's the type of guy that's going to let them, keep it close.
Yeah,
so
I'm on Cincinnati here.
Everyone in the tournament
got the
is on the
Bengals. Got the Bengals.
Me too. Everyone in the tournament's on the Bengals.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to be.
Makes me want to change.
All right. Final one is the Monday nighter. Cowboys at Buccaneers. Still crazy that the Bucs get a home game, even though their record is 4 games worse than the Cowboys. But Dallas is 2.5-point favorites on the road. I got the Cowboys all day in this.
Bucks.
I'm on the Bucks.
The Cowboys.
Cowboys in the playoffs.
I get it. But it's not gonna. It's gonna happen. It's like with what Jackson said with Kirk Cousins. It's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen this week.
I can't bet on a team that I watched put on the performance they did last week.
TB12 is 6-0 against the Cowboys. Might as well make it 7-0. Chalk it up. Take Buccaneers money line.
Can't bet on a guy whose quarterback is leading the league in interceptions and like 5 less games played.
The Bucs are just, every time I watch them, they're just not a good football team.
The only thing that the Bucs don't, that I think they don't, right now that they're in full swing, or in better swing, the Bucs don't have a good run game, which I'm hoping that isn't too big of a hindrance, but because the Cowboys have a great run game, even if Zeke's old and broken, a little bit at least.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. Cowboys -5. Alternate spread.
Oh, it's a bad beat, boys.
Are you missing by 1 point?
Yeah, we finished with 24.
Tragic.
10 to win, $30. Leg got voided, but still would have been a nice little win to start off the night.
Yeah, I mean, outside, if you shut down Mike Evans, who the fuck is Brady gonna throw to? Scotty Miller?
Oh.
No, they're gonna bring Gronk back for one last ride.
Gronk ain't coming back.
You don't know yet. It's that hush hush.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know what the over/under.
Gronk can't even save me from this computer virus.
I like the under this game for sure, whatever it is.
It's 45.5.
Yeah, I like that under.
Yeah, all the games are 40 points or more. The highest being 48 Giants and Vikings, and the lowest being the Bengals and Ravens at 40.5.
So that's gonna wrap it for
Yep.
our playoff picks. Anything else going on in the sports world?
Jackson's losing money tonight. That's all that so far, at least.
Up 175 last night.
Oh, we didn't. I guess there's not much to talk about, but Monday night was the national championship. What was it, 65-7 or some shit?
65-7.
Fuck that.
Jesus Christ.
Anybody take the alternate spread of 57.5?
No,
I wish I
forgot
would have.
to.
It was funny because I
Huge.
was at Drew and Chris's place and Trev too. I didn't forget about you, but Chris originally took TCU, but he gave him a buffer. I think he like added on an extra 7 points, and then at halftime they were getting smoked. So he bet on them at like 30 something points to cover, and they still didn't fucking cover.
Yeah, that was not. If anybody with half a brain that watched that game and thought, I'm going to bet TCU at halftime, you might as well uninstall the app.
I just needed 2 touchdowns out of the fucking
Dugan.
curly-headed.
Yeah, I
Dugan,
had a
bro.
handful of prop bets that, I mean, seemed pretty realistic. Like every team, like both teams scoring every quarter, and Duggan and Stetson both having 2 passing touchdowns, and both teams having 2 passing, 2 rushing touchdowns. It's like it's
Georgia
college
was
football.
just-
Defense doesn't exist.
Georgia was
Apparently,
just
defense
head-
does exist when your offense is shit.
Georgia's just head and shoulders above everybody else. It
Oh
really
yeah,
wasn't even
by
close.
far.
Only 1 point better than Ohio State.
That's stupid.
That was the score of the game, bro. What do you mean?
Ohio State give them their absolute best shot, best game they played all year, and still got fucking beat.
No, they only lost by 1 point. It's not head and shoulders above them.
Having Ohio State finish top 5 in the AP poll is a joke too.
Okay, Jackson, please go take your meds. You're clearly
All right.
off.
Go bet on some more basketball.
They haven't won a fucking game. They haven't won a fucking game since before Thanksgiving.
Do you want me? Hey,
throw them in
Tim,
the
do you
top
want me to run
5?
through
They
the?
only played 2, bro, and they were both against playoff teams.
Alabama and Tennessee both should have finished.
Who the fuck cares about the end of the year rankings, bro? Like,
just stupid. College football, this whole system's fucking stupid.
For complete transparency for the contest, I was going to go through everyone's picks. Anyone
Still
opposed to
dick
that?
ride in the SEC. Yeah, go for it.
True.
All right. I'm just going in order based on when they sent it to me. We got.
Wait, I did want to bring that up. Georgia's coach was exactly right. What's his Kirby Smart?
Yeah.
He asked who would have been in his playoffs, and he said exactly what it should have been. Should have let the 4 top teams in the SEC go at it. Those are your 4 best teams in the country.
oh, shocker. The fucking SEC coach is going to favor the SEC, so then his strength of schedule looks better. What a fucking joke, dude. Fuck that guy.
Right.
What a fuck. And you know what, dude? This 12-team playoffs.
It's like saying that Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, and Wisconsin should be.
You know what? You know what we get with this?
Too crazy.
With this expanded playoffs, we get to see fucking more games like Georgia TCU. So congrats, everybody. We got what we fucking asked for. Because the gap's going to be. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. I did mine first. I have Bengals, Bills, 49ers, Vikings, Bucks, and Chargers. We got Dak with Bengals, Bucks, 49ers, Chargers, Bills, and Giants. Cam and Drew took this, texted me and said whatever Cam bet he's taken too. Bengals, Bucks, 49ers, Chargers, Bills, and Vikings. Port, Bills, Chargers, Giants, Bengals, Seahawks, Cowboys.
Port knows the Hawks.
AJ, Bengals, Bucks, Vikings, Bills, Jags, Seahawks. Stevens, Bengals, Bills, Chargers, 49ers, Giants, Bucks. I typed all these up in the order that people sent them to me in, so almost everyone immediate thoughts like, Bengals, Bills, now let's see what else.
Me.
Klein, the special needs child, Bengals, Bucks, Seahawks, Chargers, Dolphins, Vikings. Tim, 49ers, Jags, Bills, Giants, Bengals, Cowboys.
This is going to
Franzik,
be over early.
Franzik, Bengals, Bucks, Vikings, Bills, Chargers, Seahawks.
God, I love that I'm the only one.
Yeah, I
on
was
the
gonna say you're the only one that took the Dolphins.
Yeah, he's the
I love
only
it.
one, and no one took the Ravens. And then last we got Nate Martin with Seahawks, Jags, Bills, Giants, Bengals, and the Buccaneers.
Can't believe I'm
So,
gonna go 6-0 round one.
I think me and
Dude,
you are.
same.
I think me and Tim are opposite every game except for the Bengals.
That is just like the least surprising thing ever, bro.
Every game, we're opposite every game except for the
Absolutely no surprise in that.
Bengals. I can't fucking wait for the fucking Dolphins to cover, and I can fucking come on here.
Somebody's getting dogged next week, and it's either me or Jackson.
Everybody's getting dogged if the fucking Dolphins cover. I'm the only one that took it. I can't believe it. 13.5 points in the NFL playoffs, man.
no one has faith in Skylar Thompson.
Bills
I do.
minus 28.
I mean,
Bill,
last
Take the
Bills
alternate.
Bills have not
year they
looked
fucking
great in a
destroyed
long time.
the Pats. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just run the score up again at home.
All of my picks were formulated by a very, very complex scientific formula.
You flip the coin.
Use a wheel.
Nope.
Do you like the wheel of names?
I looked at the colors of the jerseys and picked which one was more visually appealing.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's
I'm pretty sure that's what
they
Jackson
do that to
did,
like
right?
animals. Yeah. Easter Island heads. That's
I
how they
took
make
I
their
took
picks.
whatever animal sounded more dangerous. So like Bengals more dangerous than a Raven. Come on now.
Cowboy and a Buccaneer.
That'd be a good match. That sounds like a good movie, honestly.
I wish I would have saved the stat.
Are there any Cowboys in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Not till this week.
Oh,
I
Pirates.
wish I would have saved the stat from Hammer Don because they had something that underdogs in the playoffs cover like 75% of the time.
Underdogs cover 75% of the time. I took
Something like, don't quote me on that, but it was
no, I
something on
took a lot of
yesterday's show.
favorites actually.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
4th and 1 QB
fuck it,
sneak. Works
fuck it, we
92% of
ball.
the time, all the time.
Like
All
I
right.
said, 13.5 points is too much for the NFL playoffs.
You know how we end it? Broncos country.
Let's ride.
That's right.
That's right. Oh, Jackson, you didn't say it, bro.
Let's ride.
There we go.
I wanna play